This morning, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell is pushing back against the Justice Department criminal investigation.
And now even some Republicans are warning the case could threaten the Fed's independence. NBC's Alice Barr explains what's driving the investigation and why it matters for our economy.
This morning, political pushback over the Justice Department's investigation into Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, with a series of Republican lawmakers voicing concerns.
I know Chairman Powell very well. I will be stunned. I will be shocked if he has done anything wrong.
Chairman Powell himself announced the Federal Reserve had been subpoenaed, he says tied to his congressional testimony in June about costly pre-planned renovations to the Fed's headquarters in D.C. that shot from $1.9 to $2.5 billion, though not taxpayer money. President Trump has slammed the overruns, while also repeatedly pressuring Powell to lower interest rates.
Well, I'd love him to lower interest rates.
The chairman calling that pressure the true source of the criminal inquiry with the Federal Reserve.
Setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of the president.
Now, in a joint statement, all living former Fed chairs and several Treasury secretaries warning the DOJ inquiry threatens the Federal Reserve's independence and risks hurting the U.S. economy and inflation. The White House denies President Trump sought the investigation, and the president told NBC News he would not try to pressure Powell that way, adding, quote, "What should pressure him is the fact that rates are far too high. That's the only pressure he's got." The U.S. Attorney for Washington, D.C., Jeanine Pirro, posted that her office contacted the Federal Reserve to discuss renovation cost overruns and Powell's testimony, but were ignored, necessitating the use of the legal process. Three sources familiar with the investigation tell NBC News Pirro's office launched the probe late last year and did not contact Maine Justice Department officials or the White House before issuing subpoenas. Another source tells NBC News Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent voiced frustration with the inquiry to President Trump and believes it's a distraction. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.